Greetings everyone, let's continue our Pyre journey. I noticed that I'm losing frame rate during the story in the end, like after 20 minutes, so I'll try to keep it short, but I can't promise anything. So, we were in the spring of Jamur. Our lives are but a quest to join the stars. Successfully completing another ride, the reader goes to the wagon to see what's new he has there. He noticed Jodariel. She's probably mad at him because he didn't pick her for the ride, but he's ready to see what she has to say. After having thwarted the fate with great prowess last night, you find Jodariel off on her own. You sense she wants to talk about your decision to exclude her from conducting the ride. Reader, you should know that I did not expect to be relegated to being a bystander in this. I respect your decision to exclude me in this case, so at the time I did not think the others would prevail without me. Lesson learned, even at my age. Now, if you would excuse me, we shall be departed soon. She departs to check on things outside. You sense that she has no misgivings about what transpired and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel. You check the books to see if there is any new page to be found, but there is nothing that you hadn't already read. We observe the masks and robes whose old engravings and embroidery suggest a formal purpose. Some of the garments are massive, while others are so small they might fit a child. We know that it's for our rookie friend. We turn down the candles as always. Fire is not to be wasted in such times. And we are ready to go on to see where is our friend. There is still no sign of the lone minstrel. Also Jodariel tracks potential signs of movement east. The same way you are headed, you consider where to search for him. Since we come from the fall flat, Jodariel believes the missing minstrel must have taken the same route you took earlier. Tell Hedwin thinks the missing minstrel could have taken the route opposite to the one you took. Hedwin seems a smarter guy, but well, after all, the Jodariel had seen his tracks, so we decided to go for flat. As you make your way through the dry flats of Fall Flat, all there is to show for the missing minstrel is a deeper scar on Jodariel's face. Blast! I felt certain that he would have taken our same route to the spring, Junior. It's alright, Jody. He could have gone anywhere. Likely there was nothing to be found either way. We should keep moving. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the black wagon, but they speak little more of it for now. Stop the wagon, Jodariel says. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming. They're coming for us. We have to be ready. We have to. Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of concern. We go to wagon to see if there is something to be seen. But there is nothing, so we go and prepare for the night. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes. I know they do. What's he talking about? What's going on? Horrors. Lots of them. Then what are we gonna do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Pyre. We shall give them reason to fear us as well. Well, use the raiment and the books. Indeed, one of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of our rites. Hedwin turns to you. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I will do it, mister. Please, you have to let me. And the scribes? They will protect me. I know they will. Jodar exchanges looks with Hedwin. Each of them nods at you as if to signal their approval. Sophia comes with me as we prepare for them. That holding sound? It means, they're here. Oh, why the scribes? They are here. With a graceful move, Sophia does a quick work of the horrors, but there are more and more. There is no end to them. As she retreats a little bit, preparing and watching for all of them, trying to combo and take care of some of them simultaneously, and with another move, she almost takes the final one. Oh, I think there's many more. Oh, here they come. Here they come. And we are getting a little trouble, my friends, as they are attacking us with heavy moves. We take some hits, but we are ready. We didn't expect them to come from the back ways. It is over now, Cla. It is. I think it is. Oh, those poor and wretched beasts. Just then Pyre spots something creeping toward her. Wow! Ferocious creature says, "Rah!" The howling subsides as your fellow exiles scrabble out to check on Pyre. You find her in one piece along with an unfamiliar little face. Screehy! Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? Screehoo! You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by driving standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Screekiri-kikiri! Exactly, we say. You sense some pattern in the driving screeches. He seems welcoming of this. The driver seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. And he joins us, so we welcome him aboard. And we go speak with him. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you and says, "Giddy, giddy, giddy, giddy," which means your new imp companion seems very pleased to be in the wagon. Then he says, "Gro-hoo-hoo," which is, he indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. "Graha," he suddenly says. He has no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. And he ends up with Grahiriki. That is, he plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. And Grahiriki, as you know, he looks forward to the road ahead with everyone and believes it shall be worth it. And he says happily, "Skra ha ha." It is, he seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. He bounds off towards his brethren settled in the wagon rafters. And you shut down the candles once more. Your friends are keen to light them whenever they can. And so we move on. There is no other way but to go to League's End, an arid southern path toward the ominous cairn of Hope. Your new friend seems insisting that you take this path bearing east, I believe. Hedwin orders the wagon to halt somewhere in the stark badlands of Jumir Valley. "There's someone on the road. Be careful, everyone." The figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, also head and cloak conceal the figure's feature. Then the imp rushes out toward whoever it is. "Hee," he says, which is, he's very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, so in an almost joyous way. "Teaser." He is a venerable driver imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing. The lone minstrel approaches you and says, "Teaser, it is good to see you, and you found the others even faster than expected." The imp called Teaser appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns toward the rest of you. "Hello, we have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could." "Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have." "Hello indeed. You had us worried there when you took off." "I should knock him back into his slumber." "I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned." "Your client?" "Aye, my client, Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. So, what now?" "You continue down the path. That is why I'm here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be alright?" Hedwin and the others exchange looks. "Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name?" "I'm sometimes called Tarik. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings." The lone minstrel returns to the black wagon with your fellow exiles. So we journey onward. The Cairn of Hope is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite is soon to commence. "Reader, if you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon. At your leisure." You quickly check the slug market to see if there is anything of value. Oh, hey, guys. Fancy running into you this side of the sand. So, what can I do for you? Aaron, how'd you make it all this way ahead of us? Come on now, Mr. Greentail. Can just give up all my business secrets, am I right? What I can do, so, seeing as you've been such a good customer though, is provided for you a sample of a little something you might like. Here, check this out. Seeing as you bought that mooncrest finger from me last time, why, I'm just thinking you could use this. And I got more, if you want. You received a pinch of stardust. It does seem useful. Thanks Ron for the sample. You have only 71 coins and you look what you can buy. You can be at right the Pyre's Pyre, you can increase your strength of your Pyre, or you can add additional damage to your attacks. Well, you can be just faster, which sounds pretty good but very expensive. Or you see something that can bring you gold, which is always a good sign. And you buy a little more stardust. I know you're going to like that stuff, guys. It's pretty woohoo. Know what I mean? And if you want some more, no. I know just the individual and his dad who can get it. Catch my meaning, yeah? Just stop on by some other time. So, being this done, you look at your friends and try to help increase their stats. You know Jodar has a powerful hit, so you add him, and gold is something that we need at such times, so you additional power up like right away. And you decide to make your friend even quicker than he was. But it doesn't seem to do anything, unfortunately. So that's being done, you go along. And you speak with Falcon before say goodbye. That's how you get a repeat customer there, Dad. You give him a deal. So you go to the black wagon to see Mr. what he had to say. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He's very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of the Book of Rites, which means that you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Night Wings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. You see the minstrel's lute and press it. The lone minstrel and his white lute chronicle the journey of the Night Wings through song. Using it, you may hear a glimpse of your past experience across the downside. But we don't listen anything now because it comes time that we want to say goodbye. So we just quickly check the book. Is there anything new that we didn't have? We had seen this one for sure. Wow, this is a more page. So let's go and read a little of this. How many nations did I score in the name of soil and moor? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The Emperor Solin Moor paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions released the autonomy. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions, nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend, if only he could grasp it. Whispered in his ear that Kylmer Rob Caller, his elder and most trusted aide, would that I slew that man myself. His was a simple and yet brilliant ruse, to draw the Emperor further still from his responsibilities, and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. And reading this far, we go to the next rite. You and your fellow exiles gather around the sacred site known as the Cairn of Hope, anticipating the hour that the rites are to commence again. All is quiet for a time, and then, from out nowhere, charging a gently cur, he stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. Pest, that's Parker Osprow's. Real piece of work, just don't make eye contact. He's a troublemaking cur who thrills in the defeat of the triumvirate who stand against him. Oh, lordy, look at this lot. Even got one of our own, consorting with the two-leggers. You're disgraced there, mate, you realize. Ah, good to see you, Parker. You're looking well. Didn't know you knew about the rites. I knew about a lot of things, my friend. For instance, I know you're going to be very sad after we wipe the floor with you here. Don't know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot on the high-end mighty night rings there, but I'm gonna make sure all of you regret it, because why not? Sounds good, sounds good. The carbarker laughs away as his pugs tumbles after him. You hear them howling and cackling at the stars above begin to glow. And so another ride begins.
Welcome, dear reader, to the splendors of the accursed Cairn of Haub. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
And so the rides begin. As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of course you stand against this night continue hooting and howling. Ah, come on, you lord, let's boil some blood. The rookie pulls you aside. Look, chum, I don't know how to say this, but I can go against these guys. Just trust me on this one, okay? You sense he means it. You make a mental note to ask about his history with Parker whenever time permits. It's alright, Rocky. We can take care of them. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. Do not be coy with us, mister. Don the ropes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I did not mean myself. The rights are not for me. I was instead referring to this little one. A creature wearing tiny raiment appeared at the lone miser's side. Screehee! Absurd, the imp knows the rights. He knows a great deal. So long as the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at the other side. So, you need to not take my word for it. Either our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might quickly show our comrades what you can do. The little imp peers at you. You sense his connection to the right as you await your guidance. Scrappy! Seems like and demonstrates some of his favorite trick. Reader, refreshing teachers may take some getting used to. He is inviting you to try.
Another joins your ranks. And a mere imp. Although... no, it cannot be. Then we shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
And that's what you can. So we decide to give him a try. Well done, as ever, teaser. Screw heck! Teaser is happy to lend his support during the rites if you could use him. Well done, reader. Who shall conduct the rites in the name of the Nightwing?
Who shall conduct this rite?
Well, Hedwin was out the last time, so we choose him instantly. Oh, wait, he wasn't. Well, then Jodariel wasn't, thus we choose him instantly. And well, let's give the little one a try.
The choice is cast.
Time is up, you thrill. Come on, boys, let's get them.
Now begin. My.
And we form a little gold with our friend. And our flutter doesn't apparently work very well as we intended it to work. So Hedwin takes the movement and decides to lose control.
Glorious.
And my W apparently doesn't work. And again.
Not much to be done whilst all are banished. A deftly thwarted drive.
And we earn a little more gold, and I think it's enough for today. And Hedwin brings out the first point.
You left yourselves wide open.
And we give our opponent a try. And they take another point. And this time to be more careful, my friend.
You seem unable to stop these people. Banishment for all.
And Hedwin brings another point.
Let's see you Nightwings keep this up.
And Teaser goes from upside and brings a point.
Positively brutish.
And with a graceful move, Hedwin brings another point. Alright, you lot, no more fusing around, right? To my boss and me, we're proper angry now.
Careful now. Your adversary Barker there seems rather fired up. Whatever shall you do against so fierce?
But it's too late for them, and it is
The
done.
Nightwings prevail yet again. Accomplished effortlessly, I might add. The rite is ended.
That ought to show them. Perhaps now they shall learn some humility. Well, I'll be a heaping ball of dung, but I just can't believe you showed us the what for like that. My boss and I will have to take you just a tad more serious next time. Till then, you just be sure to tell old rookie Greentail that yours truly, he remembers everything. You hear?
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
I used to think scribes were just the stuff of stories, but of all of this really is their doing, isn't it? So how do we change another point? And we look at these options. Well, Hedwig was always a team player, so we'd go with a team ability with him. And Jodariel, did she get another level?
Flash of
Unfortunately not
inspiration
yet.
for next time. Enlightenment seldom avails itself to simple imps.
True, says Tizo, that is even solemn respect for the rites and all their myriad complexities. Well, we want to beat him as fast as he can, so we take
'Tis the
a
influence
faster
of the
route.
imp scribe. Until the next rite.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellow are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom that you seek. And I believe that's it for today. I hope the story won't be losing frame rate. Anyway, it seems after 20 minutes my computer gets too heated and I'm losing frame rate. So thank you for this time and see you the next time.